Welcome to The Explainer. You know the fire hose of tech news? It just never, ever stops. It's this constant stream of updates and threats and breakthroughs. So today, we're going to do something different. We're going to freeze time. We're just going to break down one single day, August 14th, 2025, to see if we can find the signal in all that noise.
So what happens when you try to observe all of it at once? Well, honestly, it's pure chaos. On this one day, you've got brand new AI integrations just hitting the market. You've got these notorious cybercriminals trimming a stealthy startup that's racing to sell what they're calling the first true robocar.
And get this, even plans for a data pipeline to another planet. It is a lot, but if you look closer, there are these patterns connecting all of this noise. So let's find them.
Okay, so our first pattern, it's all about AI. And it's really a story of this fundamental tension, right? The race to build more powerful tools is happening at the exact same time we're only just starting to ask, hey, what's the human impact of all this? And this slide, it just illustrates that tension perfectly. On one hand, you've got developers getting this massive power-up, and on the other, you have researchers basically saying, hold on a second, how does this tech actually make people feel? It's a classic case of capability versus consequence. So let's dig into that power-up for a minute. Visual Studio Code, which is one of the most popular tools for programmers out there, is teasing something they're actually calling beast mode. And look, this isn't just some small incremental update. No, we're talking about direct GPT-5 integration, and they're removing the old limits on how many tools an AI agent can even use. This is all about making AI a true co-pilot for building software. Now, at the same time, AI is also becoming way more accessible. And a really key concept to understand here is something called Edge AI. It's pretty simple, really. It's all about getting that powerful AI to run on the device you're holding in your hand, your phone, your laptop, without it needing to constantly ping a giant data center somewhere out in the cloud. And you have to think about the scale of this. An update to a super popular AI framework called PyTorch means this on-device AI can suddenly run on billions of devices. We're talking even older phones and simple computers like a Raspberry Pi. So at the exact same moment, the most powerful AI is getting supercharged for the experts, and it's also becoming totally commonplace for everybody else. And that brings us to our second big pattern of the day, the arms race in cybersecurity, right? As our tools get more powerful and more connected, the walls of our, let's call it digital castles, are getting taller. But the threats, they're getting a whole lot smarter too. And the stakes here are just incredibly high. The state of New York is alleging that a single payment platform, Zelle, has enabled over $1 billion in scams because of what it's calling shoddy security. This isn't some theoretical number. This is real money being lost by real people. And the attackers? Well, they're getting more organized. On this same day, news breaks that two infamous hacking groups, known for these really effective, financially motivated attacks, are merging. This is basically the cybercrime equivalent of two supervillains teaming up. And rumor has it their next targets are banks and financial firms. And the defense side of things has to happen in real time. On this day, the U.S. Cybersecurity Agency, CISA, issues an urgent warning. There's a flaw in a tool used by thousands of IT providers. Hackers are already using it. And federal agencies have just a few days to get the fix installed. It is a constant, high-stakes race against the clock. All right, for our third pattern, let's look at how all this actually plays out for us, the consumers. The story here is a classic one. It's all about trade-offs, a constant push and pull between getting more choices and new costs. So on the bright side, there's this growing movement towards sustainability and consumer control. As this quote from Wired celebrates, the whole idea of a smartphone you can actually fix yourself, one that's built to last, it's making a comeback. And that's a huge win for us and for the planet. But then you see the other side of the coin. Starlink launches its new, smaller, more portable satellite dish, which is a fantastic new option for travelers. But at the exact same time, it takes away a beloved feature, the ability to pause your subscription. So you get more convenience, sure, but you lose flexibility. It's a classic tech trade-off. And the competition for your money, it's just getting fiercer. I mean, take the grocery delivery market. On this one day, Amazon makes a huge move, expanding its same-day service to 1,000 new cities. That is an aggressive shot across the bow at established players like Walmart and Instacart. Even though they didn't make a move today, their presence forces this whole battle, signaling this long-term war for market control where the giants are just trying to outscale each other. And that brings us to our final theme for the day,
foundational innovation. Because behind all the flashy headlines, people are quietly building the infrastructure that's going to power our daily lives here on Earth, and maybe, just maybe, one day, our lives on Mars. Now, this might sound super technical, but it's something we have all experienced. Google's promoting a new tool that helps web developers fix those really annoying, sluggish websites. You know, the ones where you click something and nothing happens. It's a small change deep under the hood, but it makes the entire web feel just a little bit faster, a little more responsive.
And while some people are fixing websites on Earth, others are looking up at Mars. NASA is actively kicking off a whole new race, not to land another rover, but to build the communications network that will connect future Martian explorers all the way back to Earth. I mean, they're building the internet for a new world.
So let's put it all together. What does one day in tech really look like? Well, it's these 4 major currents, all moving at once. AI is getting smarter and way more accessible. The threats to our digital world are evolving right alongside it. The battle for the consumer is getting more intense, and all the while, we're building bolder infrastructure for the future. And here's the most crucial point. None of these trends exist in a vacuum. They are all connected. The exact same AI that supercharges a developer's toolkit is the same technology that can optimize Amazon's delivery routes, and it's the same technology that can be weaponized for a cyber attack by those groups that just teamed up. Which leaves us with one final thought. The speed of innovation is undeniable. Everything is getting faster, but when you look at all these pieces together, the power, the risks, the competition, and the ambition, it forces you to ask a bigger question. Are we consciously building a better future, or are we just building a faster one?